All right, I guess I better go ahead and talk about Vaush. And yeah, I did watch the video that he made in response to everybody. So here we go. Here's the thing, guys. I'm going to bring up something about Vaush, and I know most people are. I kind of agree 50-50 on him. 50% of the stuff that he said, he's right. Some of it is wrong. So here's the reason. I'm going to bring it up because a lot of people are talking about this issue, about Vaush, and the conversation that he's bringing up. The thing is, I do believe Vaush is a connoisseur of sorts, considering that when you look at his folder, and I'm going to send, there's some images that I'm going to bring up here. I'm going to show you guys. This is the sorted, to be sorted desktop where he saves a lot of the images. Now, they brought up the images right here where he saves the green wool cashmere Angora D thing, you know, the fashion outfit that he wanted to wear. Now, you can see right here, you know, he has the XX gifts, the XX pics, and the XX vids. And that tells me something about him, that he and plus the taxes thing. Now, it tells me one thing. He's a connoisseur of this sort of material, of pornographic material, as you can see. But of course, a lot of people bring up the images that he has on the computer, which were censored, which kind of involved horses and children. And to me, this is kind of telling about him and his obsession. Now, according to one source that brought up this whole issue about Bosch's computer, one of the images happens to be on a website. He brings up this issue that this argument that he didn't know better, but I think he knows better. He knows about the anime culture. He knows about the manga culture. He knows about that stuff. He is a watcher of anime. And it confirms a lot of the stuff he kind of tries to argue about. He knows about this material. He's well aware of this material. But he tries to deny it and tries to deflect on it, which tells me he knows about this stuff. But unfortunately, what he has done, and I'm just going to point out the issue here, is that he's well aware of this. I know that Vaush is into this stuff, like the XX girls, XX pics, XX vids. The guy basically downloads this stuff. But the thing is, I'm just going to point out, I don't think Vaush is a pedophile. I don't think Vaush is a pedophile. I think to me, I think his fans, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if you're a Vaush fan, I think you should buy him a furry horse costume and invite him to some furry convention and have him join an orgy so he can have his fun. That's what I think you guys should do to him. That's what I believe. I think his fan base should donate or pay for his fursuit horse costume. That's what I believe you should do. If you believe that he needs to get outside to touch grass, I think he needs to go outside and definitely touch grass and possibly go to a furry convention. I'm sure he'll have fun there. Anyways, I'm just going to tell you right now. What's disturbing about this is that the whole bestiality thing he failed to address on this whole situation, especially with the horses and everything. And of course, explaining the whole thing that yeah, he's into this bestiality, furry stuff. And the thing is, I'm just telling you what I think. And I already said it. I don't think he's a pedophile. I think he's a bit of a weird kinky dude who is into this crazy shit. But yes, I can admit I'm into the pornography, but I'm not into the same pornography as him. Let me tell you that. The thing about that is like it's strange that this guy for years accuses people of being pedophiles, but when you see on what's on his computer, you'd be surprised when you find when we saw what he had on his computer. Now a lot of people are talking about this because of the fact that his response kind of either some agree with him or some don't agree with him, because a lot of the stuff I can only say 50-50 I can only agree with him on, because some of the stuff he says he's right on, but some of the stuff he says is full of shit that I don't agree with, and it's a 50-50 on that one, because he knows the culture. He knows the anime culture. He knows the Japanese culture. He knows this stuff. He's a very intelligent dude who makes really good arguments. And he basically, tries to avoid saying the things that he says. But he knows this stuff. He knows when he said hentai. He knows the lolly stuff. He knows about this stuff. So it tells you he knows the culture very well. But he tries to make this excuse that I didn't know that this was lolly. He knows what lolly is. It's obvious he knows. And yet people still buy his bullshit. And I still don't believe him. And this is the problem that I have with it, is that it comes off as he is trying to not admit that he likes this pornographic material that is consumed by many, that is considered illegal, and tries to deny it. But at the same time, I'm just gonna say this. I don't think, I'm gonna say this again to people. I don't think he's a pedophile, like literally having sex with children pedophile. I think he's literally a crazy weird dude who's into freaky weird shit. That's the thing that I believe he is, and he's trying to deny it to avoid being ridiculed and humiliated, because he's afraid of being made fun of. But he's taking it in stride, that's for sure. And the thing is that bothers me about this whole issue is that Vaush can convince anybody. He could probably sell you a car and tell you, "Oh, this car is great. You can possibly, he can convince you of a lot of things." But I'm not convinced. Even an idiot with a low IQ could tell he's full of shit. But anyways, that's my view of this. Honestly, I don't think Vaush is a pedophile. I think he's literally just downloading these images. Yes, he's an edgy guy with his crazy arguments, but that's pretty much what I see in him. And the fact that he has like XX girls and XX pics, it still doesn't answer the question. Anyways, leave your likes and dislikes down below and tell me what you guys think, because I got to get out of here, because there's certain, like I said, 50-50 on everything. His argument and his presentation on this. I'm just going to say it. I think he's full of shit. At the same time, there's certain things I'll agree with him, but there's certain things I'll disagree with him on. Anyways, you guys take care. Bye-bye. Because I'm out. Peace.